So our second strategy is called reading the problem. And this strategy can be used in conjunction with our first one, which was, of course, previewing the problem. Use the following strategies as you're reading a problem. First of all, restate the problem in your own words. That will help you make sure that you do in fact understand. Then think aloud while identifying the important parts of the problem. Use your previewing strategy, but think at the same time about what those key facts might be, what missing information might be relevant to this problem. Often that missing information will tell you that you need more than one step to solve the problem. As you think aloud, write about each part of the problem to help you remember what's important. Finally, look for clue words about the type of the problem you need to solve. Some words like total, left, more than, less than, altogether tell you what operation you're going to need for the problem. So here's a sample problem. Pause your video and read through the problem. Now that you've read through the problem, we're going to apply the strategy. First of all, we're going to restate the problem. A rectangular corral measures 72 meters by 48 meters. Posts are placed 3 meters apart around the perimeter. I also know I need to know how many posts are needed. I'm going to think aloud about this problem. So I found the question at the end of the problem. I'm going to double underline that because that's what we always do with preview the problem. How many posts should Randy order? Now I'm going to locate the key facts. Doesn't matter that the corral is for Randy's dogs or that Randy is at the store. This information doesn't help me solve the problem. So I can ignore those facts. So I'll cross out that Randy wants to put up a fence. It is important that it's rectangular. The dimensions are, of course, important. And how frequently I have to put the posts is important. So as I've thought aloud, I've also completed the previewing the problem strategy. I've also identified as I'm thinking aloud that the problem doesn't give the perimeter of the corral. I'll have to figure that out, but I'll also have to think about where the post should be placed. I have to look in particular at the 4 corners. I've also noticed that there are some clue words, rectangle, perimeter. I know that I'm going to need to use lengths. I'm going to need the corners, all of that sort of thing. Here's another problem. Try to use the strategies we've learned so far. Pause your video and see if you can complete previewing the problem and the 3 steps to reading through the problem, restating it, thinking aloud, and looking for clue words. Now that you've done that, let's see how you did. Here's my restatement. Yours may sound different. Here's my think aloud. I found the question at the end of the problem. Which girl will arrive at the theater first, and how much earlier in minutes will she arrive? I notice that this question has 2 parts. Because the answer to the second part depends on the answer to the first part, I know that I'll need to answer the first part before the second part. Next, I'll look for the key facts. Doesn't matter that Abby and Ling are meeting at the movie theater, only that they're meeting at the same place. Also doesn't matter that they travel on the same highway, although the problem makes more sense that way. What about the other facts? Abby travels 12 kilometers east at a rate of 60 kilometers per hour. Ling travels 9 kilometers west at a rate of 50 kilometers per hour. Those facts tell me the distance each girl travels and the rate at which she travels that distance. This information probably will help me find the solution because I need to find out which girl will get to the theater first. It's also important that they leave at the same time. Otherwise, one girl would have extra time to get there. Lastly, what information is missing? The problem doesn't state how long it takes each girl to get to the theater. I'll probably need to figure this out before I can determine which girl will get there first and how much sooner. The clue words. Rate gives me a clue that I'll need to use the ratio between the distance and the speed to solve the problem. Might need to divide or multiply. The words first and earlier indicate that I'll have to compare. And the words in minutes tell me that I'll have to convert hours to minutes.